Well, I've done the first 2 slices on D1. I've taken a little slice off the back of the foot where the bulbs are, and then another slice about a centimetre in, just about before the heel is hitting the ground. And so, like I said, I wanted to look to see what was happening in that back of the foot where it looked very deep, and I wanted to see just how deep that actually went, that groove. So let's have a little look first of all at this bit in the back of the foot. So the infamous crack, let's see how much damage we've got going on inside there. Now this isn't the cleanest image in the world because unfortunately I've got a lot of hair artifact, and you can see it's sort of made the image quite mucky really, but I think that we can glean quite a bit of information from here. First of all, you can see just how high up that crack has gone. We shouldn't really see this going as high up as this in the back of the foot. And if I sort of spread it open, you can see just how deep that's gone. Now, the point is not only has this gone deep, but it's very, very thin tissue there. If you can see, this tissue around here is probably about 4 millimeters, maybe 3 millimeters thick. So that's not very thick. And once you get past that tissue, then you're going to be into this tissue here, which is your digital cushion, and this is where you have all your nerves and your blood vessels. So we don't really want these cracks right up the back of our horse's foot in the frog. That's not a good idea. The other thing I want to show you also is you can see the collateral cartilage is starting to appear at this point here and this point here. So you can see it wraps almost right round the back of the foot. So at this stage, this here, all this area here, is still hide. It's just skin with a little bit of fascial tissue through here. But this part here and this part here, we are starting to get into digital cushion. You can see I can squish it. So we haven't quite got into the capsule at this point. We might just about be hitting it there, but we're very, very close still to the back of the foot. Let's look at the next slice in. So we're going to be looking at this one here. Well, you can see again just how deep this has gone. This has gone pretty deep. And if I just turn it around and show you, this is the central sulcus of the frog, and really that probe can go right up in there, right up to there, you see, and we don't want that. That's not good. So you can see why, if you can get your probe in the back of your horse's foot, then that's not good. We want to avoid that. All right, and you need to sort that out. If you've got that issue, you need to be treating this. You need to be treating it for thrush, and you need to be making sure that you get rid of it to allow the tissue to grow back down. Now in this view, we can see the lateral cartilages are coming in quite nicely. We can see a blood supply coming in through here, where I've cut off all the little vessels, and the digital cushion is starting to really appear now. This part here is still just fascia and a little bit of it's just the underneath of the skin, so we're still very much close to the skin at this point. So let's turn it round and have a look at the next slice in. Well, what's interesting about this slice, and it really sort of, when I saw it, as soon as I sliced it, I thought, oh my goodness, look how yellow it is. And it is very yellow. If you can remember, the sole was very yellow. It's like a cantaloupe colour, melon colour. A lot of my followers have said that this yellow colour is due to inflammation, and it's like an internal inflammatory response. And I can sort of get that because there's a lot of yellow within this whole tissue. there's yellow through here as well, and especially down here in the hoof wall, because we're starting to get into the hoof wall at this point. Other followers have said that it's due to the grass, that the horse has been eating the fresh green lush spring grass, and it's just the colour that's coming out in their bodies due to the colour of the grass. So I don't really know what this is, but I have seen it quite a bit. I say quite a bit, probably in about 5% of the horses that I've dissected. So when we get to this point here, we can see that we are getting this typical shape, which is absolutely normal, and that is the frog stay or the frog spine. We do expect to see that at that point, but look at the difference. We've got a lot of tissue there. It's not like that spike going in and it's all empty and you could dig your probe in there. This is solid tissue, and that's what we want. We can see the collateral cartilage is through here, and the digital cushion is starting to appear quite nicely. And we can start to see the heel buttress is starting to appear at this point, or the heel. We can see the lamina starting to appear, the insensitive lamina up through here, and you can see it interdigitating with the sensitive lamina. So this is going to be your deep digital flexor tendon that's starting to come in at that point. Let's look at the next slice in. So this slice is going to be very similar to the last one because it's only gone in a little bit, not much difference, but we're seeing a few differences. We're seeing that the circulatory system, we can see good blood vessels through here and through here, up here and down there. We can see lots of blood vessels all the way through here, and they're starting to leak, you can see, because we're defrosting. And nicely we can start to see the fibrocartilage, these white parts are appearing through here. Now this isn't a particularly good foot. This is a poor foot because it doesn't have a lot of this white stranding. It's got a lot of this yellowish tissue, which is myxoid tissue, and it doesn't have the stranding, which is what you need to see, which is like the trampoline between the two lateral cartilages. So this is a particularly poor digital cushion in this foot. And the frog tissue, there's hardly any frog tissue on this bottom part. Now, do you remember those two little sharp bits that we saw? Well, there they are there. You can see they are pretty sharp through there. They're trying to exfoliate, but that's a very hard, sharp piece of tissue. And we can see that the bars are starting to come in at this point. They're at the back of the foot. So I'll carry on with the rest of the slicing in subsequent videos, so keep watching.